everyone! Welcome back to another video. I'm so excited to have you because today I am drawing Disney characters as galaxies. Happy belated Diwali, by the way, for those of you who celebrate it. It's really one of the most fun holidays I know of. I don't technically know how to celebrate it, but I used to celebrate it in undergrad with my Indian friends, and it introduced me to paneer, which is easily like a top 3 favorite food for me. Well, was. I can only eat about 5 foods right now for the upcoming year, but I'll save the tales of my medical issues for another day. On to the drawings. So unlike the problems that have happened in past videos, this technical difficulty hit me before I even started the drawing. I opened my Prismacolor tin only to realize that I didn't have a black or gray colored pencil in the set. They were just not in there. And the first thing I had sketched was a galaxy elephant. I don't think I could have picked a worse thing in the universe to draw for the 2 art supplies that ended up missing. I need both of those colors. I'm not certain I had a gray to begin with, but I definitely had a black in the set and it just up and walked away. Is this gonna be a running thing, I have to wonder? One semi-major thing going wrong in every single one of my videos? We're 6 for 6 now, I think. But anyway, fortunately, my husband had a bunch of old colored pencils laying around with his old manga collection and managed to find me the colors I needed in Crayolas. So if you're wondering why I go a bit too heavy with the colors and dial back the black so much, that's the reason. The Crayolas have no waxiness to them and I could not blend them with the other colors. Also, I've never used this specific type of paper before. I thought it was just a mid-tone for getting used to values and such, but I realized it's actually a very thick and textured recycled type of paper. The Prismacolor worked fine for it, but I do think this type of paper would be more suited for charcoal or rough life sketching, which I should have known that. It says it right on the front. But yeah, the first character I chose for this idea was Dumbo. I thought his big ears would be a great focal piece for this theme. I've never drawn a galaxy before, so I just went in gung-ho after skimming through someone else's quick technique video. Probably should have paid closer attention. As you can see throughout the drawing, the Crayolas just don't have the capabilities to lay down thick and bold color like the Prismacolors, so I ended up just having to leave Dumbo's gray skin with a bit of brown peeking through. In the end, I ended up being happy with that decision because the gritty texture of the paper kind of matched up with the almost porous texture of elephant skin. To draw a bit of attention off of just the ears, I added the metallic silver as well as some white highlights to his trunk and head for some balance. I was gonna add the little mouse floating down on a feather. That was originally what he was looking up at, but I kind of ran out of space when I decided to cut the paper in half and use the other piece to draw my next one. So I noticed that there was too much white and not enough contrast in the first piece, so I tried to fix that when I drew Stitch. I think he was a significant improvement, even with no black colored pencil. I just used like a midnight blue. This time I also made sure to do the line art early on, because as I was coloring Dumbo's ears, I totally smeared his feet to the point where I couldn't see what I'd already drawn. For Stitch, I wanted there to be even more colors, so I split him between a teal blue galaxy and a lime green one, and I added some purple tones too. In the movie, I remembered how cute the little ducklings were and how they tied into the theme of family sticking together, so I made a little bird bath and put his duckling friend on the top of it looking down at him. I also thought it'd be cool to give him white claws instead of black, so I ended up doing that too. The third and final piece I started way too late. Like I mean 1 a.m. last night, and it turned out to be more ambitious than the other two by far as well. I apparently just like to punish myself. I did get a bit behind on my filming schedule this week. I'm starting a bullet journal, and I want to make it into an anime theme. At least from what I've seen, all the anime-themed journals out there are made with screenshots and cutouts, but I've never seen anyone draw in their own. So that's what I'm gonna do. Draw every single character and theme in my own markers and have fun with it. I'll probably make them into stickers and such for you all if you want to use, if you want. Or that's the long-term plan at least. I started making the first bullet journal for my friend for Christmas too, and I found out that it is a much bigger undertaking than I originally thought. But I think it'll be worth it, and I'm excited about it, so that's all that matters, I guess. So stay tuned for the next few weeks, at least if you want to see how that turns out. I have most of my friends done already, but I will start setting up mine for the 2021 year sometime after next week. My first month's theme will be My Hero Academia, and I'll do a different popular anime each month because I just love drawing anime. I didn't have the need to stick to one theme for her setup, so hers ended up being just a vast amalgamation of Cells at Work, Food Wars, Agretsuko, Haikyuu, and also My Hero Academia. So I'll be uploading that process in the weeks leading up to Christmas. But anyway, back to the next drawing. The plan for the last one was to have Ariel with her hair flowing back in the same way it did when she came popping out of the water and when her voice was taken by Ursula. The sketch seemed to be missing something, so I added the gold voice shell to hold her silhouette. The water droplets I tried to make starry looking to match the theme. Not to mention they already had this natural planet-like aura around them in the original scene. Like go look up a screenshot, they kind of glow. I had such a hard time deciding on a color palette for this. First I wanted to do a red and orange mix and to keep the color palette warm and fiery, but I ended up settling on a blue and purple theme, which I regret considering I don't even have a dark purple pencil in my 48 Prismacolor set, only midtones. So it was a disaster waiting to happen. I think the idea was there and the final aesthetic is pretty eye-catching, but quite honestly, I have a lot of regrets with this piece. I do have a bad habit of wanting to use my metallic watercolors on the wrong paper, and it always buckles. Luckily this time I managed to tape it down in time, unlike my Halloween Winnie the Pooh drawing, but it still warped some. Also, I think I should have done the Illustrator thing and planned out the location of my galaxies a bit better. They kind of feel too close together, there's not enough color variety, and with all the water droplets it just looks too busy and not clean. I'm down with the stitch. I felt the muse when I was drawing him, but Ariel was rushed. I was just trying to get her done before my upload time, and she kind of reaped the consequence of that. Somehow I made all of the same mistakes in that piece that I made while drawing Dumbo, but I guess it's all part of the process. I'm still learning. At the end, I went back around all the characters with a white Jelly Roll pen to make them pop out from the brown paper. So here they are, the final 3 pieces. This was the best I could do, but I actually really like how Stitch turned out, and Ariel's hair flip looks kind of cool too. These are actually super fun, so if you want to see more characters in Galaxy form, send me your ideas in the comments below. I definitely take requests and I would love to read your thoughts. Make sure to click that subscribe button and smash that little notification bell, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.